A nice story to do with the Duke of Edinburgh. He came to open, or not so much open, but the reopening of the dome, which had collapsed. The ceiling had collapsed, and so they had a new roof put in. He came here and he had tea with various members of the staff, including 2 of our porters. And I was on duty at 3:45, by which time it was all over. And as he was walking up the passage with Mrs. Lonsdale, I said to the 2 porters, "I bet you I can make the Duke of Edinburgh stop and talk to us." They all said, "No, rubbish." So as he walked towards us, I nodded to him. And if you nod to somebody, they tend to stop and talk to you because they wonder why you're nodding. And he stood there as the Duke of Edinburgh does, with his hands behind his back, and he said, "Nice to see you've got a lot of security on today." And I said, "Yes, sir, apparently there's quite an important guest here today." He said, "Yes, I suppose so." He said, "Now, look out," he said, "for a man in a robe and a headdress, because it could be Osama bin Laden, and he gate crashed my grandson's 21st birthday." And that was, of course, Borat, who is Ali G, who got dressed up and had gate crashed it. But the Duke of Edinburgh, of the guests that we've had here, is, I would have said, one of the most amenable. He's a very nice man. At one time we had a camera that you could adjust, so that if we wanted to zoom in on somebody to find out who they were, if we were a bit suspicious. And there was one of the young ladies at the college was saying goodnight to her boyfriend there. And she backed out of where the camera was, and she was right up against the stanchion that holds the camera. And I started playing with the camera, not really thinking terribly much about it, and suddenly realised she was there. And I tipped the camera right down. And she suddenly went, "Oi," she said, "the porters are watching us." She wasn't doing anything bad. She was just kissing her boyfriend goodnight. But it was really quite funny because she suddenly realised she must have looked up at to the stars, madly in love, and saw this camera looking straight down. The little pedestrian gate was closed, and somebody who'd obviously been drinking a lot, not a member of our college, I think from outside, decided he would climb over the gate. There was a girl standing here, and I said to her, "What do you think I should do?" She said, "Open the gate." So as he's climbing over the gate, which is closed like this, I start to open it, and it opens very, very, very slowly. And he must have suddenly thought, "God!" And he jumped down the other side of it, and he set off. And I tell you what, I reckon over the first 50 metres, he was faster than anybody else in the world. I've never seen a guy who could hardly stand up run quite so fast. He took off. That was the last we saw of him. He never tried climbing in the gate again. That's it. That's my little story for you.
Okay.